Jennifer asks, either of you using the seeding machine?
One daily microgreen wins, join our free school community. Quick tips, starter toolkit, real answers, link in the description. See you over there.
Seems like it needs to be set up with a long table. I'm not impressed. Am I missing something?
I love the seeding machine. We literally plant, what do we plant? Like 400 trays Friday,
I remember, yeah.
some of that, and it was like an hour and 40 minutes of planting. Now, we have it set up automatically on a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
But even by hand, when we did it by hand and when we first got it, it worked great. It did speed us up. The biggest thing it speeds us up also on, that's a factor I don't think people, you don't have to waste seeds, right? You just put it in the hopper, as long as once you get your settings set exactly where you want it, how much seeds you want to get on the tray, that takes some time, which I'll be having a video coming out I'm working on. It's a lot of B-roll that I filmed to doing it, so I will have the video coming out of using that, so be tuned to the channel for that, hopefully this week. But I'm not making any promises because I am the editor. Also, it does take time and I have a business to run. So, but you don't have to waste seeds. Like we were going through the day before and weighing up all our seeds to plant, or you got to do it that day of, so you put them in jars or whatever else and plant them. That savings is like 4 hours of savings on top of it too. So, and then it was like taking us 8 hours when we had the food bank. It was taking us 10 when we had 3 pallets going to the food bank. It was taking us 10 hours to plant. That went down when we had that much. It went down to 3 hours of planting and didn't have to waste seeds. So there's from 14 hours to 3 hours down. So tremendous savings. There are some nuances of learning it and everything else, how to use it. But if you're doing like 5 trays of each variety, I don't recommend it. It doesn't make sense, right? Because you're going to have to set it up, change it out, clean it out, doing all that. But one daily microgreen wins, join our free school community. Quick tips, starter toolkit, real answers, link in the description. See you over there. One day
Free. Weirdly.
Yeah.
It was kind of strange how it played out. But I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of it just because of the time it takes to change everything out. I mean, if we had a better setup, like a conveyor belt type structure, we'd be using it all the time, 100%.
Yep.
Unless you've got a lot of long tables, like you said, Jen, it makes it a little bit tough. Because, for example, our tables, they're just the standard large, whatever size table, but they're only so long. So unless you line up a whole bunch of fold out plastic tables or something right next to each other where you can just keep rolling and rolling and rolling all the way down that whole entire thing, it makes it a little bit of a pain. And it doesn't allow us to set up as much trays. So on our tables that we have, we can get, I think, 12 trays or something like that, or maybe 14 per table set up if we set them up the way that we typically do it. Whereas if we do it the other way with the machine, we can only do 5, maybe 6 at a time. So it really cuts back on the amount of time that we are able to do actual tray prep, if that makes sense. So I think in an environment where it's got a conveyor belt tied to it, which is our future with that machine, then it'll be fantastic. But for right now, for us, it literally is collecting dust. We don't even use it. And I think it's a cool product in the right setup. But yeah, it's Mike said though, if you're just doing 2 or 3 trays of a bunch of different types of varieties, it's a total waste.
Yep.
I wouldn't spend your money on it. But if you're planting 20, 30, 40 trays of a bunch of different things every week, then go for it. But again, you're going to have to have the room to set up the trays to actually be on long tables where you can just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Yep.
But with that being said, for example, you are top coating with vermiculite on beets and cilantro and things like that. It's fantastic for that. It saves you a lot of time on that because you never have to clean it. You can just keep throwing vermiculite in it all the time, which makes things really simple. You have that as an option. That's kind of how we're using it sometimes here and there, but that's about it at the moment. But like I said, once we get conveyor belts in place, that will be our seating option for sure.
Follow-up question on the seeder from Kyle Weller. Have you actually seen yield improvements with the seeder?
Yes, definitely have seen improvement of yields, and the soil that we're using is better too, with the Costa Main seed starter. But we were planting with that before we got the seed starter and the seeder, and we definitely seen yield improvements. It's going to evenly coat, right? Nobody by hand is going to 100% seed like a machine's going to seed, right? So it's going to come out evenly as it's going down. So it's going to just drop it where it drops it. It's going to do that. When you're seeding by hand, obviously you're going to have some clumps. You're not going to get the corners. There's going to be spaces. Nobody's perfect. The machine's going to be, if you set it up right, it's going to be perfect. It's going to drop seeds where it's supposed to. So you do have that much better yield and stuff like that. I'll just go on radishes because we did them today. We got what, 27 ounces, 25, 27 ounces out of the radishes today. 9-day grow, 9-day grow on them. And we were getting like 20, 22 at best. So same seeds, same soil, same seeds, everything else. Only thing changed was the seeder. So once you get it dialed in, yeah, it's going to better evenly seed, so you don't have the wetness and stuff, all that too of it, everything else, so that you can get if you got clumping or dampening off and stuff. So there's benefits to it. Like, again, you got to be at a certain volume though. You can't.
Yeah.
This is not a starting out.
Has
tool,
to make sense.
For sure.
Yeah,
and if I didn't get the discount,
and I do 100% agree on the spreading. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does spread the seeds extremely well. And I want to give Kyle a little bit of credit too. If you're not following him on YouTube, follow him on YouTube, guys. He's got an awesome channel. He does a lot of really good stuff. He's a good dude. I've talked to him a couple times. He knows what he's doing. He's very smart.
Yep, I've watched some of the videos. I think you were on his podcast, weren't you? Were you?
Yeah, a little while ago. Yeah.
Thought so.
Quick question from Stock Photo Supermodel. What are the top 5 to 6 seeds that are good for individual and mixed microgreen products? I'm trying broccoli, radish, sunflower, fava, and pea. Love sunflower taste. Hate the seeds.
Doesn't everybody?
Welcome to sunflower.
Them are good. You're right there, man. The only thing maybe you could add is smaller varieties like kale, spicy salad mix, a basic
Red
salad
cabbage.
mix, something like that. Radish.
I would do some kind of mix for sure.
Yeah.
You find that if the fava is selling well, then that's great, but that's not one that we've ever grown. Do you guys do fava at all?
We had it in, restaurant was one it, so we put it in one of our mixes that we no longer do. But because it was a 4 variety mix and you had to mix all 4 varieties, and then none of them grew together, it was peas, favas, sunflowers, and like broccoli.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no way to mix them seeds. So when we went to go streamlining our business, it just got rid of that product because it was just time consuming to make. So, but we grew it. They grow well. They taste good. We had a Mexican restaurant, taco place that was taking favas at one point. They closed down. So, but yeah, that's where I would go with them. Something like that has something like a spicy thing or something like that with favas to cool it off. You can sell them for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, spicy salad mix is a great option from True Leaf for basic salad mix. They've got a mix like that too.
Yep.
It's just good to have those as options. Otherwise, you're pretty much on par.
Yeah, that's almost what we started with. Just add radishes in there and you got it.